Hi everybody, this is TJ with the Catapult Trader. I'm working on a trade plan for the Dowie Mini. I'm really excited because I like the way things are turning out, and I thought I would run a recorder here and kind of talk you through what I'm thinking of doing with this trade plan. But let me bring this over and show you. I'm looking all the way back to the beginning of December. It's a good amount of trades, over 400 trades, and I'm really liking the numbers here. It's got an 80% win rate and a nice average net profit per trade. I mean, imagine placing a trade where when you net out all wins and losses, it's averaging $101. That's like over 20 YM points every time you take a trade. That's pretty good. $5 a point. I'm not liking a few things, though, that I think I can improve. Number one, I mean, even $66 average net profit, and this is for short trades, is good. I mean, you can make a living for yourself if you can make $50 every time you place a trade per contract, net of wins and losses. Anything over that's great. Anything over $100, even better. And a win rate of 80, 81, 79%, that's fantastic. The profit factor could be better. I like my profit factor to be 1.5 or more. It's still better than 1. You know, for every dollar I risk, I can make $1.38. I want to make $1.50 or more. That's how I look at this anyway. So I'm trying to think of what I can do to improve this. And after looking through the charts, I've noticed a few things. The Catapult Trader has some really smart filters, one of which we gave away, and hopefully you got your free copy, and that's the CCI oversold, overbought indicator. So I'm going to test this trade plan now and see if we can use that filter to filter out some of the noise and focus on a higher quality trade, maybe fewer trades, but a more profitable trade. So it's pretty easy to do. First of all, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to open it up here and enable it. So I put the CCI on, and now you can see where it spikes down, indicating an oversold market, or spikes up, indicating an overbought market. Of course, this is near the end of the day. If you look back, you'll see it happens throughout the day. You can go through your chart and look at winners and losers based on the idea that when it's overbought, you're going to take a short trade. When it's oversold, you're going to take a long trade. And you can count that manually. Or we can use our trade assist, the TA, the YMTA. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to pull the performance report over again. I'm going to open up the strategy and turn on our CCI oversold, overbought filter that's built in. It's not this one showing on the chart. That's just for our own visual reference. It's also hardwired in to the calculator and the strategy, the actual automation, the trade assist. So we're going to set that to true, use CCI filter, hit OK, and let's see if we can get a higher quality trade. It'll probably be less trades than the 412 showing here, but hopefully it'll be a higher quality trade. Let's see if it actually helps us or not. It's going to run through all that data really fast, and you'll see that the profit went down, and the winning rate went down, but the average net profit actually increased. So that's interesting. We'd have to maybe do a little extra work on it and see if that's a filter we want to use. But one of the things I love to do is to also combine our oversold, overbought indicator with our multi-trend filter. The multi-trend filter is interesting because it's going to use a fast trend on a chart 5 times larger than this, which is a 25-minute chart, as well as a fast trend on the 5-minute chart. And then where the two corroborate and actually agree with one another, it's going to allow a trade in the direction of both those trends. And instead of having to look at a lot of charts, I've created a special indicator that will show us, and it's called the multi-trend indicator, and it comes with the Catapult, but let me show you what that looks like. First, we'll turn it on visually on the chart, the Catapult multi-trend. So here you can see where the fast trend on the 25-minute chart and the fast trend on this chart agree with one another because it gives you green bars. When they don't agree, you get gray bars. Remember, gray means flat, green means long, red means short. So when it agrees on the short side, you get short bars. Now, you could look at both these, and again, you can run a manual test, or we can just simply turn it on inside of the calculator, the strategy, which is another name for automation. You can turn it on inside of the automation, come down to use multi-trend filter, set it to true. Now watch, see what happens. And it's going to run through all those trades. Remember, there were 400 trades, now there's 261. So it's definitely being discriminatory and choosing a higher quality trade. But look at how the winning percentage jumped up to almost 84%. But the thing that impresses me the most is the average net profit per trade took a huge leap forward, almost doubling in size. And our profit factor jumped up to 2.06. And look at how well balanced it is on longs and shorts. In fact, you remember before the long trades were better. Now the short trades are even better. But the long trades are still pretty good with a 1.6 profit factor. But look at the short trades, a 3.12 profit factor and an almost 87% win rate, $280 average net profit. The long trades with $159 average net profit, still fantastic. And just looking back to December of 2019, it's had a 24 trade winning streak, and the worst losing streak in the entire time being tested was only 4 losing trades in a row. That's pretty darn good. And we can look at the performance graph and see a pretty strong looking equity curve. It's a little bit off its equity highs. I would want to watch this going forward. There's a few other things I'd want to test on this. You could also see the COVID-19 extreme volatility. I mean, it's very possible that we'd want to go back and look at these periods of time and see if we could notice something that's unusual. So this is just the beginning of our putting on our Sherlock Holmes caps and being detectives and trying to hack our way into a great trade plan. This is what I call trade hacking, by the way. Trade plan hacking, I should say. But with these tools, you can really just come up with big answers to high-level questions really fast. And the question of whether a smart filter or two can help, I think we've answered that with this quick and short demonstration. The other thing we can do, of course, is make sure that we turn it on inside our calculator. The calculator is not the same as the actual automation, but it's designed to match it. So we want to come down and make sure that we turn on the multi-filter, turn on the CCI filter. And another thing we should turn on is the spotlight technology. And when we set this to true, we're going to see that only trades that trigger in will give us green bars. Trades that trigger in short will get long trades will be green, short trades will be red, and when we're flat, it will be gray. And it'll match the multi-trend histogram. So let's check that out. This is a filter too. So look at this. Here's a trade right here. Now, it may not be during the time that we've set our strategy. We didn't talk about the time of day. The calculator doesn't really care about the time of day, but the automation does. So you can just see, though, that the market was overbought right here, and the multi-trend agrees. The multi-trend filter agrees with the direction of the trade because it gives us red bars. So red means short, gets triggered into the trade. Red means short, it's a winner. We'll just do a quick look at the strategy, the automation settings, just to check on the time of day that we're testing. We talked about time of day considerations in a prior video, but you can see it starts at 8:30 in the morning and ends at noon. So trading from 8:30 Central to noon is what this particular trade plan was testing. We could test other times, but that's what gave us these really strong results. So this is a work in progress. This is a trade plan I'm developing. We're going to be going over the Catapult YM in greater detail with our boot camp coming up on May 28th. And we will also be doing a boot camp on the Dowie Mini, the YM, and the YM, the MYM micro automation shortly after the initial Dow E-mini bootcamp. So the trade assist and the automation will be a separate bootcamp. And we already did one on the S&P E-mini, the ES, and now that particular automation is now available for those who are interested and who took the ES bootcamp. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to continue with my series of how to get big answers to high-level questions, and in this it was regarding quality versus quantity and how to use filters to improve your trade results. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next video.